Hello and welcome to the Pampered Chef Dream Team. I am so excited that you jumped on this opportunity and took a little chance on yourself and what is possible with the Pampered Chef. Now, it is totally normal to feel a little bit nervous, a little bit like, what did I just do? So if you're having those feelings, it's totally fine. That's absolutely what most people feel like when they decide to do this. The good news is there's really nothing to lose. You've already got your kit or ordered your kit, which means you have a bunch of amazing products coming to you at a deep, deep discount. So worst case scenario, right? You get to keep those products. But I'm willing to bet you're gonna find that there are way more benefits than the kit in becoming a consultant. So I wanna talk about the 5 best ways to make sure that your business gets off to an amazing start. If you do these things, you're likely to hit your goals or maybe surpass your goals, which I find a lot of new consultants do because they don't even realize how easy this business can be. So the first thing that you really need to do before your kit even arrives on your doorstep is kind of dig into your, what we call our why. So what is it about this business that is really making you excited? Is it the possibility of making an income to pay your bills? What bills? And is it helping other people feel more confident in the kitchen? Is it to be a good role model for your children who are watching? Is it to replace a job that you really don't want to have? Or is it to do something just for you? Or is it to get all the amazing products that are available in our fast track rewards? The good news is there is no one who can decide what your why is except for you. And I want you to dig really deep into this. And what I mean by that is, let's say you decide, oh, I would really like my why to be to get rid of this nasty credit card that has been plaguing our family. That's awesome. We have a lot of people on our team with similar goals. So what I want you to dig into is, why do you want to do that? Is it to replace those feelings of anxiety with feelings of peace? Is it so that you could take that money and use it towards something more fun and useful? Is it to start your snowball and to get out of debt? So do you see how I want to really dig into that and really think about what that will do for you, what that will do for your family, and what feelings and emotions that will give you that are positive instead of negative? Because if you can really get what Chris Hogan calls HD vision on your goal, it's going to propel you forward in your business, especially when you hit roadblocks or setbacks that we all face in this business. So I really encourage you to dig really deep into your why, and you can do this with your recruiter or your director or a support system that you have for your business. So the other thing that you can do, number 2, is to set a goal for your income. So this sounds a lot like your why, but they're not the same, right? One is strictly a number and something that we can measure, and why is kind of like the engine that keeps the car moving, right? So we really want to get specific about what goals that you have. Would you like to earn $200 a paycheck? Would you like to earn $2,000 a paycheck? Would you like to, maybe it's not even income, maybe it's that you want to go through the fast track rewards in 3 months and get that free knife block set. So think about what like numerical goals you have for your business, and then we're going to help you to set like a path or a plan in place to help you achieve those goals. So these are things that you should have written down and easily accessible for yourself and for anyone who might be helping you along on your journey. The third thing that I want you to do is make sure that you understand the rewards and the commission, right? Because when you have a clear idea of what you're going to be earning and receiving in exchange for the work that you're putting into it, it will make it very motivating to you to attain those goals and your income goals and your things that are going to drive you towards your why. For instance, you should understand the commission rates that we have and the bonuses that you'll receive as a new consultant, and also what we call the fast track rewards, which are very, very nice. Super, super nice. These were not in place when I became a consultant, and I'm a little jealous to see all those packages that my new consultants are getting and the big money bonuses that they get as well. So it's really smart to maybe have these printed out, and so that you can refer to them when you're looking on how many parties you're doing, what your sales are doing, and what that's going to mean for you and your income and your rewards. And I will have a separate video for what our rewards plan is. So when you're done with this video, you can hop onto my channel and go look at that one. So the fourth thing, it's appropriate that this is number 4, is that I want you to have, if you are a strictly virtual consultant, I want you to have 4 virtual parties a week. And if you are an in-home consultant, I want you to have 2 in-home parties a week. And if you are a hybrid, then you can kind of do the math here, and 1 in-home party equals 2 virtual parties, and that's interchangeable. So maybe you do 2 virtual parties and 1 in-home party that week, or maybe you do 2 in-home and no virtual, or maybe you do 4 virtual and no in-home. So that is the magic number that we recommend to have per week. And you might be thinking to yourself, that sounds like a lot of parties. Here's the deal. We automate and we systemize every action that we take in our business. That way it makes it very efficient. So for that reason, it's just as easy to do 4 parties as it is to do 1 party. And it takes a little bit of time to get it set up and going. However, once you start using a posting service for your virtual parties and text replacement for sending out your messages and a system for tracking, it becomes so easy to do that you can do 4 parties in 15 minutes a day, or you can do 1 party in 15 minutes a day. The difference is that we call the 4 Fs. So when you're doing 4 parties a week, you're going to have 1 that flops. It happens to all of us, whether you've been in the business for 20 minutes or 20 years. You usually 1 in 4 of your parties may flop. Your host is going to ghost you. No one's going to come despite how good you are at host coaching, and your sales are going to be bad. And that's okay. It just happens, right? But we want that to not be like the only party we're doing that week, or you're going to have a standstill for your business. So you're going to have 1 that flops. You're going to have 1 that flips. That person might want to join your team. And so that host will get the bookings from that party. And so you might be out the bookings from that show, but then you're going to have 2 that flourish, right? So you're going to get 2 or 3 bookings from those that 3rd and 4th party. So that is why it's so important to have 4. And I want you to think about riding a bike, right? If I told you, I want you to go as far as you can go on your bike, but you only get 2 pushes on the pedals, you're going to be like, I don't think I can even get up and going into the pedals, right? If I said, okay, you have 4 pushes on the pedals to get up and going, you're going to be like, oh, no problem, right? Same thing is true for this. It's so much easier to keep the business moving and kind of pedaling as you go than stopping and starting and having to rebalance and having to go and, find hosts. And that's going to leave you in your friends and family circle longer than you want to be in there. You want to get out of that and start doing parties for people you haven't even met yet. And the secret to doing that is 4 a week. So if this freaks you out, please let one of us know and we will help you with this. But I promise you, you will be shocked how little time it takes to do 4 parties a week, and you will love the results of it. So the 5th tip that I have for you in getting started with your business is to find your people. So it is so easy to give attention to people who are negative. And there's going to be people who you share your business with, and they're going to be like, you know what I mean? And you can almost see it coming. Am I right? You can see the negative Nancys. You can see what we call the energy vampires who can drain the life out of any conversation or any joy or dream or goal that you have. And I want you to avoid talking about your business with people who are going to talk down on it or who are going to speak negatively or discourage you. And I want you to focus talking about your business with people who you can trust to be encouraging and supportive. So if you need instant injection into happy people who are going to love on you and support you during this, definitely make sure you're plugged into the PC Dream Team group, assuming you're not, that you're on the PC Dream Team. We do keep that just for our team. And that's a place that you can come to and get support and help and tips and encouragement along the way of your journey. So we all have moments where we're like, things are just not going right. And if you go to someone who is not overly supportive, they're gonna be like, I told you, right? Not helpful. But if you go to someone who is supportive of your business and they say like, well, let's think of what we can do, or like, why don't you look at all these amazing things that are happening to your business? That's gonna give you the kind of motivation that you need in order to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Every business, every new venture, every goal that you set, whether it's with this or maybe it's something in your personal life that you're trying to do, is going to have roadblocks. And you want to have people who are going to help you through those roadblocks instead of people who are encouraging you that, I never thought you could be successful. We all have those people, and you've just got to understand that that's not where we want to go for advice or support, right? And I'm going to give you a bonus for making it this far. My bonus advice to you is to get into a podcast or get into books. If you like to read books, if you like to listen, my favorite one is Ed Milet's podcast. Christy Wright is awesome. Anything John Maxwell does, and Jim Rohn's Success and Network Marketing. Those are all great resources. So you're probably feeling super motivated and determined right now, but as you go along, that's going to kind of start to run out, right? As Zig Ziglar says, motivation is needed daily, or motivation doesn't last, but neither does hygiene. So we recommend showering every single day, right? So it's the same concept. You want to be feeding your brain with things that are going to help motivate, inspire you. And sometimes they aren't readily available in the world. So you have to go looking for them. So I recommend downloading those podcasts and giving them a listen. Give a shout out in the PC Dream Team group if you want some recommendations. And so many people are going to be able to share their favorites with you. And this is going to be monumentally helpful. Oh, Rory Vaden. How could I forget? Rory Vaden's Take the Stairs and Procrastinate on Purpose are fantastic books for anyone who's trying to has a goal and wants to stick to attaining their goal. So really, really good resources. I hope this is helpful. I am so excited for you. You don't even know all the benefits that you're going to get from this, how cool this is going to be. And you're probably feeling a little bit of like what we call analysis paralysis, where you're like, what do I do next? It's kind of like when I was a waitress way back in the day. And, when someone came to me and they were like, hey, can you refill up the ketchup bottles? You're like, yeah, sure. Where's the bottles? Where's the ketchup? How do I do that? Right? You don't know. But once you do it once, you're like, oh, that's easy. And so then when someone tells you like a week into your job, hey, go fill up the ketchup bottles, you're like, oh, I know exactly how to do that. And it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So you're in that like beginning stage. So try not to get too overwhelmed and to like discouraged. We all feel like that in the beginning. But once you get comfortable in the business, it's going to be singing and soaring for you. So congratulations on this amazing decision to join our team. And I'm so excited to welcome you and see what you're able to do in the business. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.